a lot of dangers that can be presented to runners. One of the biggest one is cars. I mean, in today's day and age, a lot of distracted drivers looking at their cell phones, not paying attention to runners or other kind of pedestrians that are on the street. So one of the things that you have to do as a runner is really be kind of a defensive runner. You know, run into traffic, make sure that you're always watching for cars, that person that may not be paying attention, that you can get out of the way if they're not going to get out of the way for you. I would say that's probably one of the larger ones. One of the other ones is just kind of general safety. You got to watch the ground that you're running on. I mean, there's things that you could step on, twist an ankle, you know, twist a knee, something from stepping on a root to a rock to a bottle that could be laying in front of you. So you got to make sure you watch where you're going. And then this time of year, I think it's important that you watch kind of the surface that you're running on. If you get snow, ice, things that could be slippery, you got to make sure that the footing that's under you, you know what's there and you're prepared for it. So I think probably one of the most important things that a runner can wear for safety is something that's reflective. You know, you need to be able to be visible and seen. Anything that can be from a reflective vest to a light to just brighter colors, anything like that will jump out to most motorists and other people that are on the road. We want to make sure that they see you and that you're not the person that kind of sneaks up on them. Time of day really depends, I think, a little bit more on the patient or the person as a whole. It's one of those that so many people have different factors, whether it be kids, life, work. So I think the key is when you run, are you running in an appropriate place? Is it a well-lit area? Is it something that you're going to be able to see your footing? Is it a time of day that other people are going to be able to see you more than anything? There's a lot of people that do listen to music when they run. I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea, but I think you need to be smart about how you do it. If you're running on the road, I'd recommend taking one earbud out. Or if you do have both in, make sure the music's not that loud. You need to be able to hear the cars that could be coming up on you. And if you're on a trail, a lot of people say, oh, I'm safe on a trail, I can run with my earphones. But I can tell you there's a number of times where I'll run up behind somebody that has earphones and I startle them even by me giving them the heads up to say, hey, I'm coming up behind you. So I think it just needs to be, if you do have the music, at a level that you can still hear your surroundings. Make sure that you know what's around you and can hear somebody that could be coming up or a car that could be coming at you. Probably some of the best cardinal rules are kind of preparatory stuff. You know, make sure that you're prepared for your run. Don't work a 9-to-5 job, step out the door at 5 o'clock, slip the running shoes on and head right out. You know, you got to prep yourself. Make sure you're warmed up appropriately, make sure you're ready to go, make sure your heart rate's elevated before you start on that run, that transition process. And then afterwards, make sure you cool down. You know, don't just walk back in the door, okay, I just finished my 6-mile run, take off the shoes and go sit down for dinner. It's one of those that you got to make sure you do the proper stretching, do a little bit of warm up, cool down, and make sure that everything's in place and appropriate. So Maine's a great place to run, and Portland as a whole is a great place to run. And I think any time of year that you're in Portland, there's always going to be great options. I mean, there's lots of nice roads that run along beaches and close to the ocean, close to waterways that are always kind of great places to run. A lot of these you're going to have to watch out for traffic when you're there. I think also the trail systems in Maine are amazing. We've got, just within Portland alone, there's a lot of different local trails, including the Back Bay. And then we also have the Eastern Trail that runs into Scarborough, turns into South Portland, into the Greenbelt. Nice trails, wide path. There's a lot of people that use it, fairly safe place to run. That gives good scenery, but as well as a nice kind of footing and good flat area that you can run on.